Greetings and welcome to Spiritual Magic Journey. This is your weekly oracle card reading for the month of September for the week of the 17th through the 23rd. Yes, we are better part of September is gone after this week, and there will be one more week left. My, how time flies. I am using Antonio's deck, Crystal Wind. As you can see, and the artwork is by Lisa Iris. I just want to say, guys, I am located in North Carolina. Everybody knows Florence is going on. It's raining here now. I grew up, if you're seeing on the Weather Channel, Lumberton. That is where I grew up at, down around that area, Lumberton, Pembroke area, close to the coast, and they are really getting hit. My sister, my dad still lives down there, and they do not have any electricity. My sister she does have a generator though, so thank goodness for that. But I think there are 16 casualties so far. They said between South Carolina and North Carolina. So as I'm recording this, they're saying 16 casualties. So it's a very, very rough storm. I don't know I know it's raining here now, and there are limbs down. I don't know about trees. I do have electricity, of course, making this video. But if you could just keep those people that are really affected, in your thoughts and prayers, that would be wonderful. So let's get started with this reading, guys. Let's ring our bell for spirit to come forth. What is going on for this week? What is going on for this week? They were calling for like 10 to 12 inches here, but I think that has changed for the mountain around the Asheville area. I'm about an hour out of Asheville, so I don't think we're really going to get, I don't feel that we're really going to get what they said, so. But we are getting rain at this time. So just keep those people in your prayers and thoughts. We'll be drawing 3 cards, guys. Listen to all 3 messages, or choose one if you're drawn to a card. Thank you for liking and subscribing to my channel. I do love you guys for that. I don't know if I'll be doing a live reading for this week. This will probably be the only reading I do, so let's make it a damn good one. Okay. Come on, spirits, energies. What energies, messages are coming through for this week for my lovely viewers out there that are in the range of my voice? You know who they are. So this will be card number 1. And this will be card number 2. And this will be card number 3. Get me a drink of water, relax, and give you a couple of seconds. Pick a card or listen to all 3 messages. Alright, let's see what we got going on for card number 1. Demeter, Remembrance. And I think we have had this card one time. Let me move that so you can see the full card there. Demeter. And I may not be pronouncing that right. It may be Demeter, So if I'm butchering it, please do forgive me. So let's see what the book has to say about Demeter. Remembrance. What does that tell you just by that? Remembering who you are. So, it says the vulnerable goddess. Demeter, Greek goddess of agriculture, fertility, and sacred law and the harvest, she presides over grains and the fertility of the earth, known as the corn goddess. She symbolizes regenerative earth power over all living things. However, she was powerless to prevent her daughter's abduction. Nor was she able to affect her immediate return. Demeter had been victimized and her pleas went ignored. A sheaf of ripe wheat was her primary symbol. So the expanded meaning here with this card is maternal instincts finding fulfillment through pregnancy and motherhood, or by providing nourishment, psychologically, spiritual, or caretaking to yourself and others. Mother yourself first before you can take the role to help others grow. Be careful to not allow your mother urges to be thwarted or misdirected. The card indicates possible depression or misdirected energy. Now is the time to call upon Demeter for purpose and resolve. Whatever separation you currently face it is a time to make a plan. Work out a deal and all will work out and grow. So if you chose this card, some of you may be going through wanting to eitherwise be a mother, have kids, or eitherwise wanting to get pregnant at this time. Some of you are wanting to go through or wanting to be a mother at this time, or a caregiver or caretaker to someone. Some of you already are a caregiver and caretaker to others. Some of you are wanting to start families. Some of you are going to become pregnant or thinking about it. Let me see what else it says. Some of you have that mother instinct, and this card is also telling you not to be thwarted or taken off that path or misdirected. Some of you are going through maybe some kind of anxiety or depression at this time. Maybe some of you have lost, that mother instinct or that mothering. Some of you have lost your babies, your kids, and you're going through this time. It's a time of remembrance. It's time of bringing up old feelings. It's a time of feeling like you're kind of, besides being depressed, it's kind of you're separated. And I want you to reach out, because you're never alone in this world. You've always got somebody there by your side. Whether you can see them or not, you do. But a lot of you are just going to be bringing up old memories, remembering or having that mother instinct. Now, when it talks about the wheat is always, to me, a fertility sign. And that can be a fertility of abundance too. So some of you are going to get the abundance in the spiritual abundance. Not only some material money may be coming your way when I think about that, but maybe some spiritual abundance. Being spiritually blessed. So, this card is telling you to really take care of yourself. If you've been doing a lot for others, and like I said, a caretaker for others, or doing something like that, and really, giving yourself to other people, you know, letting their needs come first, always, always. And sometimes I know people have a job that is a caretaker or something like that. But this card is just telling you to remember, stop and remember who you are and mother yourself. Even if you have to give yourself a little hug every now and then. You know how good it feels to give yourself a hug? Try it right now. Just wrap your arms around yourself. If you need a hug, if you're depressed, if you've got any anxieties, worriments, or you're just not feeling, you're feeling like some of you may be feeling in isolation. I want you to give yourself a hug and tell yourself, you know, it's going to be okay, because it will be okay. You will get through this. This is just a simple phase for some of you that you're going through. For others, you know, you are going to be a mother. You may be already conceived, already pregnant. This also brings up, I've never been had a kid, but the postpartum depression that comes after being a mother. Some of you are going to be facing that or are facing that. But I want you to take time out for yourself, guys. A mother, you know, nurture yourself, do what makes you happy, go get yourself pampering, you know, just take care of yourself. And remember that you are love. So in order for you to, you know, give that love to someone else and, you know, mother them, you have to do it for yourself first. And that could be in many different areas, in many different ways. Go get a massage, go get some energy healing, you know, take a respite and recuperate, re-energize yourself so you can be the best, you know, caretaker or, you know, giver, mothering to the person, kids, you know, whoever it is that you are, you know, helping out, so you can be at your best, your tip-top best. So you may have to do some re-energizing. Get your crystals out, go do some healing work, do it yourself. Take a long hot bath, maybe in some salt, you know, and cleanse yourself and rejuvenate yourself with that good energy. And really, you know, it's all about remembering, having this phase of going through remembrance. Maybe you've lost your mother like I have, and that's really, you know, weighing on your mind. You're going through this simple little phase here, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just another cycle that you're going through, that we all go through. But remember, and if you need help, call on Demeter to help you through that phase. Let's see if that's all I want to say about that. You know, and it talks about how she could not save her own, you know, her own child. And she had been victimized. And her pleas went ignored. So some of you could be or needing to have some, like I said, re-energize, or like the book is saying, nourishment to your spiritual self and psychological, mental state. So some of you may be going through a rough time at this time, but know that too will pass and things will get better for you. I hope I did a good job explaining that card. So we've got, for number 2, with the Sphinx-like gaze, the seer's vision argues the unknown, the oracle, which is the face of the box. With the sphinx-like gaze, the seer's visions argues the unknown, the oracle. Remember the oracle in the Matrix? When you're looking for answers, you go to the oracle. When you're looking for the unknown, the oracle knows. We'll see what the book has to say about the oracle. And it says, trust your intuition. With the sphinx-like gaze, the oracle's vision argues the unknown. It is time for you to start tuning into your instincts, that deepest inner sense of personal truth in any given situation, and start acting on the truth moment to moment. You can read the emotions and the energies of other people. And most importantly, you are learning to trust yourself and your feelings. This will lead you to the answers you seek. Notice what happens when you follow your intuitive feelings in contrast. Notice what happens when you doubt, suppress, or go against your feelings. Invariably, you will observe decreased energy, a sense of powerlessness, the emotional and or physical pain. So the expanded meaning here is, you can accurately assess a situation and summarize the outcome. Prophet messages flash through your mind, dreaming or awake. You already know what to do. The oracle reinforces that you are on the right path. You may meet a very perceptive man, woman, or child that will help you along the way. So this card immediately is popping out. You too can become the oracle. You too can see the prophet visions, the flashes, the unknown. The only thing about that is, do you trust yourself? Do you listen to your gut instincts, or do you go against that? Do you listen to the first thing that pops in your mind when you're making a decision, or do you sidetrack and have doubt and choose the second option and then regret and say, I should have chose the first one if I'd have just went with the first one? Oh man, I was going to go with that, but then I changed my mind, and I went with something else, or I chose something else. How many times haven't we did that over and over and over and see where it got us? If you trust that first intuition that you get, that gut feeling that pops in your mind, or the feeling you get, and go with it and see the outcome, and notice what the outcome is, and knowing that it's the better choice, and you keep doing that repetitive over, you too can become the oracle. So this card is also saying, guys, a lot of you that if you chose this card, you definitely are on the right path. Whatever it is that you're doing, this card is a confirmation that you are on the right path. If you're wondering about something, getting a job, taking a class, whatever it is that you've been thinking about, this card is telling me that you are on the right path, and go for it. If you've been thinking about something, maybe you want to change jobs, maybe you want to change towns, maybe you want to move, maybe you want to buy a car, maybe you want to take up a class, I want you to do it. I want you to go for it. The oracle wants you to go for it. Listen to your intuitions. Listen to some of you may be getting those prophet images, those messages that are popping up in your mind, in your first eye. They call it third eye, but really it's your first eye. Listen to your intuitions, and you'll see how if you do that repetitively, how you too can become the seer, the oracle, the one that knows. You start to read people's energies. I'm a good person. People, if I meet you in person, I can definitely read your energy, and you'll know what the outcome of a situation is. You'll know whether that outcome is going to be good for you, or whether it's going to be bad for you, and that way you'll know what choice and what decision to make if you trust and believe in yourself. We all have this deep within. So always listen to that gut feeling. But yes, you'll be able to read people's energy, whether it's negative, whether it's good, negative, or or you just should stay away from that person. Definitely you'll pick up energies like that. And I do that too, for myself. Moon Goddess, harness the power of the moon. I love that card. Moon Goddess, harness the power of the moon. Find up, mother moon so bright, hear my plea upon this night. Your fertile power lend this spell, make it potent, strong, and well. I love to go outside when it's a full moon and I can see the moon, shining so bright. And I love to state that and start my spell or ritual that I'm doing that night. I just love it. So let's see what the book has to say about the Moon Goddess, celestial cycles. Harness the power of the moon, the most visible symbol of the feminine. Can I get that word out? Feminine energy in the solar system is the moon because it reflects the light from the sun. The pale orb in the night sky has come to represent a woman's reflective nature, her internalized response to the world. Moon Goddess qualities manifest as maternal instinct, the feminine know-how. And this is all about, never mind. Where was I at? Women have a mystique, a reputation for never being exactly like they appear. Much like the moon, which changes size and shape in reflection into the horizon nightly. So the expanded meaning here is the moon is sending you a message through the waxing. Understand your situation. The moon makes us feel slightly lunatic at times. Yet its predictable cycles and effects on nature is a grounded guide for manifestation change. This card advises you to act in accordance with lunar cycles, be it initiating projects, completing them, or refraining from activity. Observe and harness the moon's rhythms to be guided to what is best for you at this time. Do not second guess her counsel. Trust it. This card may also represent a female authority figure who is reaching out to you. The High Priestess speaks through many voices. Ooh, I like that. So it says the moon is sending you message at this time through its waning and waxing rhythms of her power. I love it. So, are you guys moon lovers? Are you a moon goddess? Do you do your spells or your ritual works or your chanting or your manifestation during different phases of the moon? Because there is a what is tomorrow? Because the 24th is the Skimmet. I think I'm pronouncing that right. No, the Sucket. It's the harvest moon, but the Sucket begins. So the 24th is a full moon. So what type of rituals, spell work will you be doing for this? And the moon does, have messages for you. Like I said earlier, before I even started reading about this card, that I love it when there's a full moon and I want to go out and say my chants or my spells, and I always start off with that abundant mother moon so bright, as the first passage that I say. So what are you guys going to do? Are you following the moon cycles and the intuition that comes with it? And it's talking about the High Priestess, which is about, you know, mysteries and you know, intuition, the psychic abilities, and like the card in the High Priestess states the manifestations, you know, of the eternal feminine in a spiritual way. You know, educating yourself more about spiritualism, and you can harness, you know, the power of the moon if you're doing your work at the right times. So whatever it is that you're wanting to accomplish, I want you to look up when the right time for the cycle of the moon you should be doing this. Say if you want to do stuff with the waxing, it's more like ending stuff, cleansing, you know, energies and things like that. So whatever it is that you guys are going after, and you want to know the best time to do your magic, your ritual work, your you know, your manifestations, search, go to Google and do a search and see when the best time to do it, what moon phase would be the best time. And I think manifestations are going to be great for the 24th on the full moon, the harvest moon. So if you've got something that you want to bring about, bring it, make it come to life, a dream, a goal, a manifestation of some type, I want you guys to go ahead and prepare yourself and get ready for this full moon that's coming up. And it's funny how this card comes up for me just in time for me to tell you that. So I want you to get prepared, get your supplies, whatever you're going to do, so you can do your ritual work, your spell work, your manifestation work on the 24th of the harvest moon. So I love that, and I love how it just popped right up. Some of you are, your intuition is really going to get heightened up here, because we are coming up on this harvest moon, and this, with this card popping up, if you chose that card, so your psychic abilities is really going to be coming up. You know, this energy can be a vast round of, you know, of uplifting energy coming towards you too. And I think it's really going to be easy for you to manifest what you want. I think you're going to be successful at it. And it's also talking about motherhood here. So we had two cards talking about, you know, when I said, made that little statement, you know, when I was reading that card, and I said, nah, you know, I was just thinking about all the mothering that's come up in this reading. You know, besides the seer card. But these two, really. For some of you guys are having a rough time this week. I can see it in the reading. I want you to rejuvenate, re-energize your energy. Do a cleansing. And get you some crystals. If you have to lay the crystals on your body, whatever kind of crystals you got, and imagine these crystals re-energizing your body. Some of you may need physical rest, but a lot of it is the spiritual. And so I want you to get your crystals. Others, you can become the oracle if you trust yourself. Trust your first instinct. Quit going against that first instinct, and then later on regretting it. Others, you can bring your manifestations to life here on this full moon, harvest moon that we're having on the 24th. If you got your ducks in a row, as I say, got everything that you need, and your plan set down, wrote down, and now you want to bring them into manifestation. So a lot of things, different kind of energies going on this week with these cards. But I do want you guys to really take care of yourself. If you know anybody that is going through this hurricane, Florence. You know, just pray for everybody out there. You know, and try to call them and check on them and see if they're doing okay, see if they're okay. There's a lot of people that are affected by the storm. A lot of people have lost a lot. Their homes flooding, so much flooding down in right there on the coast, but not even, you know, past the coast, inland, all the way far up to I think they were showing Charlotte, you know, on the Weather Channel. So yes, I mean, just a lot of people affected by this weather and Mother Nature. Alright guys, I'm gonna leave it at that. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Thank you guys, blessings, and namaste.